Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. So I just want to say thanks to everybody that's been liking and sharing and subscribing. It's great. It's really helping my channel grow and it's really helpful, so thanks for doing everything. Anyway, today we are looking at a random game on the Switch, which has also been released on other platforms as well. But we're playing it here on the Switch. It's also available on PC and Xbox as well. Xbox One. Now, the game's called Onirike. Onirike? I think that's how you pronounce it. It came out like late June. It was the 29th of June it came out. And it's published by my friends over at the at Badland Publishing. Now, the game is a shortish 3D platformer that's set in this weird and wacky, like circus style atmosphere, and it's got like this aesthetic of like Tim Burton type films, almost like Play-Doh or plasticine type of aesthetic. It's a really weird and wonderful, creative vibe you get from the 3D architecture of the game. It's got a real good charm to it. It's a really nice looking game with a really interesting. It's almost like it's a, like I say, it's like a Tim Burton type film, like the Halloween one that they did. I forgot what it's called now, off my head. But yeah, I'm really digging the art style. As you can see here, we've got the beginning of the game. Now, I have finished the game. It took me around about 4 hours to finish. So it's quite a shortish game. But again, it's not supposed to be something, crazily AAA. It's an indie game and it's shorter. And that's fine. So basically, the whole game revolves around you obtaining 7 fragments of a key from doing puzzles and throwing things around to figure out how to get from A to B and turn switches on or off to get to various platforms or areas where you need to find parts to build up this key, which is part of. You need these 7 fragments to build the key to then get to the end of the game. And that is the general gist of it. But the game has multiple puzzles and multiple platforming sections which allow you to get to the key parts or the area you need to get to be able to do those challenges, basically. The first one's pretty straightforward, but they start to become exceedingly harder as you progress. And one thing I do mention is I didn't find much of it very difficult. It all seemed to be quite straightforward. Even once you get into the end of the game, it all seemed quite straightforward. But that's not a bad thing in general, because you might be of a younger age playing this game, and it's really well suited to that. And that's a nice thing to see, because some even 3D adventure platform games get too difficult for adults to play, especially Mario games. Even 2D ones can get so hard. Like you're a kid and you're calling your dad for help, and he can't do it either. So sometimes you need a little bit more of a subtle game with a little bit less frustration in it sometimes. So the game has like a time limit basis to it. Like, it's almost like as you walk around, you have to find these little circular things and plant seeds in them to make things grow. And then you get given like this you collect like white mattery stuff, which allows you to, stay alive or breed or whatever you want to call it. And that then allows you to continue to play the game. So if you go too long without having picked one up, or planting a seed in an area, which it kind of basically acts like a checkpoint, because basically your character's lifespan dwindles constantly as you're walking around if you don't go and pick up some little sparkly white matter things, or plant a seed and make that a place for you to then go back to. You die and you have to restart from your last checkpoint. It basically works like a checkpointing system, but it basically means all of the puzzles are timed, but it's an interesting way around of doing it, and giving you a timer. You're basically putting your life on a timer, and it's not relayed to you in written form, it's in graphical form from your character dying, which is actually a really interesting way to do it. I really liked that. And even it makes some of the puzzles, even though they're easy and fun, it does make some of the puzzles slightly frustrating, because if you're failed, you have to run back to your checkpoint, make sure you've got some more matter to keep your life to their max, and then go back to trying to do the puzzle again. If you failed 1 dozen times, it starts to get slightly annoying, but apart from that, the idea is actually really quite unique and different to anything I've seen before. From the gameplay through the whole game, it basically builds upon itself, and there's no like world-based thing. It's all the same type of thing, which keeps with the same theme of this gameplay we've got here. It's very much like that Tim Burton aesthetic. It's not like you go from world A, world B, world C, and they're all different. They've all got pretty much the same type of charm and feel to them, which is really cool. I like that. It keeps to itself and keeps to its roots and goes through the game, and it stays true to its original intent from the beginning, which I think is quite cool. I like that. Sometimes you can see some of these other bigger games where they jump between different world themes and such. Some of them just don't work, and you think to yourself, well, why did you put that in the game? That wasn't that good, or something. And this doesn't try to push away from its core aesthetic and theming, which is with the circus and that type of thing. It's all bound to that type of graphical style, which is nice. Especially when it's a shorter game, you don't want to be jumping around different aesthetics and confused to what the hell's going on when it's a shorter game, I don't think. Overall, I think this is actually a really fun game. I've been playing it with I've got a wireless Wavebird GameCube controller that I picked up. It's a Power A one, and this game's perfectly played with that. It just fits perfectly into 3D platforming games, full stop, that controller. It's really well designed, and as soon as you picked up this game, it felt perfect. It really did. And I wouldn't say that added to my experience, but it made the experience how I felt it should be, if that makes sense. I'd say if you're looking for a weird and wacky 3D platforming game, this is really worth the time and effort for you to go and try, because it's something different and it's not sticking to the norm in places. And they're trying to do something different, and it's got this cool storyline. I don't want to spoil a bit for you. The storyline is quite cool, and the narration's really well done as well. It's got a really good narrator. Whoever's doing the narration is spot on, and it really pulls you into the story and makes you feel like you want to find out more and the characters and know what's going on, and that really pulled you through the game really easily. So hats off to whoever did the narration, because I was very impressed with that. So yeah, I probably, you can't rate and give this game and judge it against 3D adventure platforms or the AAA nature, even the AA nature, because it's an indie game at the end of the day. So you can't go play this and not Mario because you're just not going to do it. But if you enjoy 3D platformers, then you should definitely buy it and give it a whirl, because yeah, it's not a AAA masterpiece 10 out of 10, but it's not the bottom of the barrel either. It's definitely pushing to the, indie 7, 8, 10 out of 10 type of level, and it's a great game, it really is. And if you're looking for something for a few hours before you jump into something big and long, then buy it, play it, because you won't really be disappointed. I'm not. I mean, the game is charming, the characters are awesome, the story's great. There's not much more to say about it really than that. Go buy it. I'll catch you on the next one. If you do want to know anything more, just drop a comment down below and I'll get back to you. And if you're new around here, don't forget to subscribe. If you enjoyed this video, please drop me a like. Thank you very much and bye.